Welcome to Dota2 Splash, and today we're going to be doing a guide on Keeper of the Light, who is your range nuker support, lane support, and of course with your host Stefan of Orange. That's me, or at least that's my Steam name. Now, Keeper of the Light is a really fun character to play. I actually just finished the match with him, had tons of fun. We totally pwned. Someone asked me to do this review guide also, which is one of the main reasons why I'm making it. And he's an interesting character because his role changes throughout the game, depending on what level you are, how much gold, and what stage of the game you're at will determine how you play Keeper of the Light. Now, to start off with, he kind of plays as a harasser and a nuker. You're at low level. You're basically want to play the safe lane. Sometimes you can play mid, but your best chance with him is playing the safe lane, which is the jungle lane. And this is because you're going to want to hide in the jungle and use your main ability, or one of your main abilities, which is your Illuminate, which is his main nuke ability, which is basically this ball of light that has the longest range of any ability in the game and completely just does tons of damage. It has a long casting time, which is the reason why Keeper of the Light is a harder character to use. You can't just sit there and spam it. You have to use it wisely. But when you do this, you can easily get kill creeps, which will give you gold, and you can harass the crap out of the enemy from the jungle, which is one of the best ways to play him. You can also use this ability to harass if you're going mid. Now, one of the other great things about him is that he can actually restore not only his own mana, but mana of other characters. And this comes in handy, especially if you're playing with other nukers, other magic users like Lena, who will run out of mana and become useless during a team fight. Just give her some, or anyone else, especially at max level. It gives you 300 mana, which basically will allow them to pop their ult and a couple of other spells, and can really turn the tide of the battle. Now, he is a support. Keeper of the Light is a support, and he needs to be built like a support. There's no reason to make him a carry or anything else like this, meaning the first things, there's different ways to build him, different support items you can get, which it basically is determined on who you're playing against and what other characters on your team, and if, depending on what they buy. Always get tranquil boots, get a bracer for some survivability, and after that it's pretty much just what the team needs out of you. Getting pipes is always good, getting a meek is always good, drum. If you can afford to build all of these things, you should do it, and even an urn, because if you have an urn, in my opinion, it will basically let you just sit back, heal people's mana and hit points throughout the game, and that's basically your job, is to harass, nuke, and basically support your team. Now, mid-game, your role changes from less of a harasser to more of a lane pusher, because by the time you have fully leveled up your Illuminate and your Chakra Magic, which is the one that will restore your mana, you basically, and whenever you have your ult, basically you're gonna be able to just push lanes like crazy. You're gonna be able to keep people away from their towers so that they can fall down, and this will allow other teammates or yourself just to basically knock down towers. And if you're playing them right, and your team's helping you, you can really just easily take down 2 towers in a lane about mid-game. And of course, late game, you basically are not a carry, but you're basically a heavy support and a nuker. and you can easily get kills. You get more kills, I would say, mid game. Late game, you're basically hardcore support. You're gonna want to be popping your pipe or your meat and your drum. You're gonna be healing, and you also have an ability called Mana Leak, and I think this is something you should take later on, maybe after the second point of your ult. But this is basically drains mana and can stun, and this is great if you're going against someone else on the other team that is mana heavy based, and you can just basically zap them with it, and they're pretty much screwed. And it really helps out the team. Now, whenever you're in your ult spirit form, you get a lot of different abilities. One thing is, whenever you use your illuminate, you can actually walk away from it. You don't have to sit there. You can basically use it. You don't have to. You can basically pop it and then walk away and attack or heal or do something else. It's really great, and you can have it pop sooner, or you can let it fully charge. And this is, I mean, you can set it up behind some trees like this guy's doing right here in the video, and then run around and attack them, and they won't know that this huge blast, this nuking blast of illuminate is going to come their way, and it can really help out in a team fight. But you also get two other abilities. One is called Blinding Light, and this will, whenever you pop it, has a huge radius. It's kind of one of those disables that are kind of like meh. If you're going against other nukers, it's pretty much useless, but if you have melee, like take for instance the Void right there, you can use that on him whenever he ults, and he basically won't be able to hit anyone. It will make him miss because he's blinded. In very few instances this is actually used. His other one, which I think is freaking amazing, and I actually didn't understand the importance of it until recently, until I really read on how to use them. But you're gonna be able to recall. Basically, it's a free teleportation for anyone on your team. So let's say someone died, like your carry died, and they're about to respawn, and you're about to have a huge team fight. You can teleport them to Keeper of the Light, and it's a really great way to keep your team together. It's also a great way to get someone who's stuck and about to die out of a very bad situation. Like if they know that you're gonna die, it does have some channeling time to it, but you can pop them out of that situation and really carry the fight, or help them carry the fight, or get them out of the situation. And I guess that's the basics of Keeper of the Light. He's not a carry. Don't use him as a carry. I mean, that's like one of the biggest mistakes I've seen people is they're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna use him and I'm gonna just completely destroy everyone on the opposing team. If you play him like that, there's a good chance that you're gonna wipe. You're just gonna get killed. You gotta play very defensive. Don't initiate with him. Stay back. Use his illuminate. Heal people. Give them their mana, and know that if you play him as a support and support your team correctly, you're gonna win. I mean, there is some room for him to get kills. He's not a kill heavy character though. But when used right, is annoying as crap and can really just pwn. So now that you have a basic understanding of him, get out there, pick him, or if you random him, you know, like just get out, play him the best you can, give him a try. He's awesome. Put some penis and butts, own the other team, and I guess until next time, I'll see you. Make sure to subscribe and like this shit. And goodbye, Dota players.